Ram Ram everyone. So today we are going to do a pick a card reading for the topic how can you heal yourself. So I have been feeling a very pull to do a pick a card reading especially on this topic because all I see is people struggling to find what exactly they need to mend in them. They are finding it difficult to stay authentic in their journey, in their spiritual journey, and that's the very important process that you need to keep questioning yourself. You need to keep healing yourself because whatever that you feel within yourself, that's what you see in your external world as well. So there is no disconnect between our inner world and our external world. And some of you really need to understand this thing in a very deeper level because it's easier to say but it's very difficult to implement. So this pick a card reading, I hope this throws light on all those darker parts which you have in yourself which you find it difficult to discover. So I'll try my best to guide you in this entire session. Also, I would like to say one more thing, that when you are in your spiritual journey, try to be very honest with yourself. Very honest with yourself because that will be appreciated by the universe. Honesty above everything. So I would like to share a lot of things about these topics. I'll try to cover um, all these topics in a separate video, maybe some other day. So today we'll be having three piles and we have three crystals you can choose from. So the first one is this beautiful yellow aventurine pyramid. So if you choose this crystal, this is going to be your pile. So this is for pile 1. And we have this beautiful serpentine sphere. So this is for pile 2. I hope this is visible. Yeah, now it's visible. Yes. So this is serpentine. This crystal is called serpentine. So this is for pile 2. Let me show the yellow aventurine once again because actually I was blocking my, yeah, now it's visible. Yeah. So this is yellow aventurine for pile 1. So this is serpentine for pile 2, and we have raw form of rose quartz for pile 3. So these three crystals representing each of the piles, and whichever crystal you feel drawn to, you can hop into that pile. Timestamps will be provided in the caption. So I'll just brief out what exactly I'll be channeling for today's pick a card reading. So one thing I'll be checking is what are those patterns that you're repeating consciously, subconsciously, because we do a lot of things unintentionally also. So these are very hard to recognize because these are deeply imprinted in our subconscious mind. It takes years for some. So I'll be channeling all those things for each of the piles. I'll also check what are the actions you need to take, how much progress you have already made breaking all those patterns, and what are the blessings that you are going to attract. So these are the questions that we'll be checking for today. Um, yeah, I hope you find your answers for all your questions. So let's get started. So if you have chosen this yellow aventurine, this is going to be your pile. So let's start your reading. So first we'll be checking what are the patterns that you have been repeating in your life subconsciously and consciously. So first we'll be checking what patterns pile 1 is repeating in their life. Okay, so we have the star card. Okay, let's pull out 2 to 3 cards. So what patterns pile 1 are repeating in their life, what patterns they are repeating subconsciously, consciously. I'm seeing number 3 a lot. You could be having 3 in your date of birth, or Jupiter could be very significant in your chart. Maybe you're undergoing Jupiter Mahadasha or Jupiter Antardasha, or you could be very much aligned with all those traits, uh, where your Jupiter is sitting in your chart. So I'm getting Jupiter in seventh house for some of you, most of you. These don't have to be very specific for each one of you. These are some extra messages. So if it resonates with you, well, uh, so yeah, you don't have to worry about if some of the things don't resonate with you, because this is a very general reading. So yeah, it can vary. Okay, so we have Queen of Wands. Let's pull out one more card. I keep hearing Jupiter. So, yes, Jupiter is very, very prominent for this reading, for this pile. And Jupiter is also all about positivity, wisdom. Yes, we have Wheel of Fortune below the deck. So, this represents Jupiter. So, yes, we are very much aligned today. So, yes, okay, let's see what this card. Okay, so we have Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think this pile, the pattern that you're repeating, uh, is something that has to do in raising your voice, in sharing your wisdom, the way you present your wisdom. I think the environment around you, or the chain of events that have happened in your life, has always made you doubt on your wisdom. It has always made you feel that you don't have enough knowledge about certain things. And you might have met people who also made you feel insecure about the kind of knowledge you possess. I also feel this pile, like people whom you used to go to for wisdom, they have never guided you in the right way. So you always had this struggle to seek that wisdom, to get that right kind of wisdom for all your problems in your life. So that is what I'm seeing. And so we have this Queen of Wands, and you have also picked yellow aventurine, and we have one yellow star over here. So I think this pile is, you could be a fire sign, you could be having Mars, a very exalted Mars in your chart as well. You could be a fire sign, or a fire rising, fire moon, or fire sun. So this is what I am uh, channeling. Also, I feel this file has always struggled to cut through the illusion. It always felt like you were stuck in an illusion. Someone just said some certain things about a particular path, or it could be anything. They gave you false hopes, and you were just believing them, hoping that everything will turn out good in the end. But then one day you just realize, you saw a dream maybe, or you got a very strong intuition, or maybe you just felt like, I really need to speak up, it's high time. And when you just placed your opinions, you could see all those illusions just stripping away. You could see that you were out of that illusion, and you just know what is the reality and what is not. So that's the kind of pattern that I'm seeing for this pile. Also, you always felt that your mind is just clouded. You always felt clouded, some sort of fog. You just knew the answer, but you're not able to see it. Something like that. It always felt like things were always out of reach. You could see it, but you couldn't have it. Some sort of that way. That sort of uh, thing that you used to deal with, or you might be still dealing with. And so this pile always feels like, even though people around you could be um, you could be just saying like, I would like to have a car one day with my own money, and people around you used to be like, hey, you don't even have a job, how can that be even true, something like that. They always felt you say your dreams are very unrealistic. They always felt that you just say things that doesn't even make sense. I'm also seeing that this pile is more like the black sheep. You could have experienced that thing. You felt that way because people made you feel that way. And it's not like you were unrealistic about a lot of things. It's not like you were very insane or lunatic kind of person. It was like you are very much, you had a lot of hope. You still have that hope within you. And you always feel like there is some power that is always guiding you. You always feel, because you keep seeing all those signs for yourself, and you also understand that these signs are just for you, and it doesn't matter if people understand these things or not. You just know that you are so much aligned with the universe. You just know that you always have divine by your side. And so you have this unique way of imagining things, and people feel very weird when you present your topics or when you present your points. Like, how can someone think like that? And they just feel this is not even possible. What is she talking about? So they used to feel this person uh, doesn't make any sense, like your ideas, your opinions, but it was just your gifted imagination, the way you think. It's very unique. It's a natural gift that you have. And also people, you try to fit in a box. Maybe your family used to force you to get a degree, or you were forced to do a lot of things which you actually don't like, but then you couldn't fit in. You tried very hard but you couldn't fit in. But still your family members might be thinking that you didn't try enough. But that's not the thing, because you have a very unique path that is written for you in the stars, and you're meant to walk down that path only. So if you feel called to do something, some creative thing, or this could be a very unique path that you have to walk on. It could be anything, taking up a career or walking down a spiritual path, anything. So this is a very huge confirmation for this pile that yes, that calling you feel towards, it's not just some random emotion or anything. That's something that you need to answer. So that's how you're going to break this pattern, because you come from a family line of ancestors where they were bound to do certain things in the same way. This could be taking up a very the same kind of career, the same kind of career path, the same way to worship the god or goddess. Something very, something that was passed down. But your path is something that will that will just make you stand out. And I think you already know it while you're watching this video. I think you're already uh, you already know the answer, what is the thing that I'm talking about. So so that is the mm, that is the pattern that I'm seeing. And lately you have been realizing that your intuitions are your superpower. Your intuitions are your superpower. And this pile, what I'm seeing is, you never, even though you might not have a degree in your hand, you might not have a college certificate in your hand, but this pile I'm seeing, you have always been learning things, not just the bookish knowledge. So you might feel someone has a double degree or so many degree certificates, but uh, the kind of wisdom life teaches you, you can't read those in books. You can't get a degree for that. I think this pile possesses a lot of wisdom, a lot of wisdom. And you see people keep coming to you to get some guidance. You could be a tarot reader as well. You could be someone who guides people, a therapist kind of thing, a lawyer, maybe something like that, where you just pass on the wisdom and people just find answers when they come to you. So I'm also seeing that your uh, the work that you have done, like how much you have progressed. What I can see is that you have started trusting your intuitions more and more, and that is actually scaring people. Pile one, let me tell you that, let me tell you again, you intimidate them. Your aura, your energy, your character, it just intimidates them. That's why they behave that way. There is nothing wrong in you, there is nothing wrong in you. It's just the way you carry your power, it's just the way you claim your power in every situation, the way you trust your intuition. And maybe you even force people, maybe you even teach people how to trust their intuition, and it kind of scares them how divine has always been backing you up. And I actually don't give readings like which are very all goody goody and positive stuff, but this energy is that way, the kind of energy I'm channeling for this pile, because Jupiter is the planet of optimism, and wherever Jupiter sits, you can say, you will find light, you will find hope, you will find your luck, you'll find your wealth in some or the other way. Jupiter is going to bless you. So that's the nature of this reading, where I already said you in the beginning the nature of this planet in general. But again, it differs where it is sitting in which house, what it is surrounded by, the kind of planets and everything. But in general, this is the energy that I'm channeling. So uh, yeah, that's the progress that you have made. And I'm also seeing that you could be having a female bestie, or this could be someone, a female figure in your life who is matching your vibe, kind of matching your vibe, and you have actually learned a lot from her. Or this could be a presence of a deity as well, um, a deity, a form of Ma Durga, or it could be Ma Parvati, it could be Ma Kali as well. So the presence of this deity has actually changed your life very much. I think she always gives you that courage. She always makes you realize how much uh, energy you have, how much courage you have, how much strength you possess. So you could be a fire sign, fire sun. You could be having a fire Mars as well. Yeah, these are extra things that I'm getting. And let me just, so we have already checked three of the questions, so what's remaining is yeah, blessings that you're going to attract. Yes. Okay. So what blessings pile one going to attract? What blessings pile one going to attract? Kind of blessings. Okay. So we have Three of Cups. One thing I can say that you're going to meet your people very soon, people who are aligned with you. If you are seeking for a tribe full of spiritual people, or if you feel like you want to be with someone who is very much aligned with your values, with your ethics and everything, you're going to meet your tribe very soon, spiritual tribe very soon. You'll have to travel for this thing, but in that process you're going to make a lot of friends who will actually check your vibe, who will actually be the best people that you have ever met in your life. And the blessings, another thing what I'm seeing is, because of all these confusion, or all these struggles that you had to do in your life, you could be feeling that you are actually lagging in your career. When you see some people who have already achieved a lot of things by their 30s, you could be in your 30s with with no decided career path for yourself. um, and I feel it was bound to happen that way. And you are see, because usually when people, they just reach 25, they reach 26, they are just they are very sure about their career and everything, and they don't have to do anything extra. But for this pile I'm seeing, you had to learn your lessons, your spiritual lessons first, and then you had the wisdom to unlock whatever that you need in your materialistic life. and that's when the blessings are going to enter. So that was bound to happen that way. And I'm seeing that all these chain of events, it actually made you, it actually kept you stuck in your career path, and that is coming to an end. So what you need to do, you need to try to come out of this lack mindset. So this insecure feeling that people gave you, lack of wisdom, you lack so much wisdom, you lack so much knowledge, you don't have luck, you don't have this, that. So somewhere your body, your mind actually listen to it, and it's kind of reflecting in your career as well, where you feel a bit insecure, you feel like I don't have enough resources, I don't have enough talent, I don't have enough of whatever that it needs to get things done. But that's not the case, because whatever that you have, that is very much enough for you to expand your business, very much enough to uh, earn for yourself. It's definitely a small thing which you have right now, but that is going to expand, and that is going to be very stable. So that is what I'm seeing. Even if it is a small career opportunity or a very small business that you have opened, I'm seeing as soon as you get out of this lack mindset, you're going to see things blooming for yourself. Also, pile one, if you have been thinking of if you have been thinking of getting some financial help, this could be someone from your family or something like that. I think even that is on the way. Like, if you ask them to help you with something, they will definitely help you. And yeah, so always trust your intuitions. And so that's the pattern that you need to break. You need to walk on your own path. You need to keep restoring your hope, because pile one, you're full of hope. You have always been full of hope and light, and that will keep happening that way only. You'll keep continuing to be full of light, full of hope, full of fire and everything. So yeah, that's what I can say for this pile. I hope this reading resonated with you, and thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if this reading resonates. Thank you. So, if you have picked this beautiful serpentine spear, this is going to be your reading pile 2. I just want to show this crystal because it's really, really beautiful. Yeah, it's bit of green in color, dark green and light green. So so by the crystal that you have chosen, what I already feel is you could be a devotee of Lord Shiva. You could be worshipping Vasuki or snakes, because serpentine is, it holds the energy of snakes. This crystal, Kundalini, what we say. So you could be a devotee of Shiva Shakti or Lord Shiva. I'm seeing. That is one extra confirmation. So yeah, I feel a lot peaceful right after channeling pile 1 over here. When I'm tapping into pile two's energy, I feel a lot peace, a lot of peaceful vibe, calmness, the kind of energy you feel when when you move towards Lord Shiva, when you're sitting in front of him meditating. So I already feel this pile is very much blessed by him. uh, you could be you could feel very drawn to him. You could be seeing snakes in your dreams, all those stuff. So yeah, let's start your reading. So first we'll be checking the kind of pattern that you're repeating consciously, subconsciously. So pile 2, for pile 2, the kind of pattern pile 2 is repeating consciously, subconsciously. Okay. So we have the Lover's card. Okay. Let's pull out 2 to 3 cards. Then we will be channeling everything. So you could be drawn to mountains a lot. You feel like meditating on a mountain, or maybe whenever you sit for meditation, you see a mountain. You could be seeing mountains in your dreams. or you feel a sort of a next level calmness when you are around mountains, or you might have had a recent trip to mountains. So it could mean anything that resonates, because this is a general reading. So I'll be channeling, I'll be decoding a lot of things over here. So whatever resonates with you. Okay, so for I think this pile is always stuck with a tug of war in their mind. It could be like you you want to do something, but you also feel called to do the opposite of that. But again, you stay stuck there. Should I go for this or that? Something like that. So some sort of confusion, some sort of tug of war you always might have had. But what I'm seeing is you can do both. You can be both. That's the answer for your question. Okay, so if you have been thinking of taking up a career path, but you want to do something else as well, but you don't want to leave this career path, you can do both. Yeah, so you don't have to be stuck in that tug of war. So the pattern this pile needs to break. The pattern this pile needs to break. Okay, we have three of cups. So just one more card. Spirit, one more card. Pile two, kind of pattern they need to break. Kind of pattern they need to break. Okay, we have Ace of Cups and Six of Wands. Huh. So what I'm seeing is maybe you always feel that people don't cheer enough for you. Maybe you always feel that there is this identity that you need to prove to people around you. But the thing is, as I said in the beginning, everything that you have within you, the way you see yourself, that is how people will see you. So if you are being very authentic with yourself, you're going to understand this, because everything that you feel within, it will be reflected in the outside world as well. So what I see is this pile want to be, they want to be accepted by people, they want to be seen in a certain way by people. But the missing piece over here is that you, if you want to feel that love around you, you need to be full of it. So the emotion that you have within you, in your system, in your mind, body, spirit, uh, whichever you feel in the highest intensity, that is something that you will reflect, and you're going to attract the same thing towards you. So if you want to feel that love for yourself, you have to make wise choices. You have to do also have to be very authentic with yourself. So one more thing that's coming very strongly over here is that the choices you make, choices in the sense the kind of people you choose as your friends, as your inner circle, this will also say a lot of things about you. So you could be having a friend, you claim that they are your friend in public, but you just know deep down they, oh, the lights are blinking. So someone needs to just get out of your life. Yeah. So did you notice that, or am I just, yeah, whatever, if you feel that way what I felt, so you'll just know. Yeah. So they, you think that there is this friend, bestie or someone, but you actually know you don't like her at all, but you just feel so dependent on her. So now the thing is, somewhere, whatever that you don't like in that friend of yours, but you feel that you should be around that person. Now you need to question yourself. All those bad parts that you see in that person, do you have those? Because definitely you will be having all those bad parts within you as well. So now you need to accept your vulnerable side, because see, our vulnerable side is full of good parts as well as bad parts. You can never say my vulnerable side is very kind, very sweet, and all those stuff. No, your vulnerable side will also show you all those darker parts, also those good parts. So being vulnerable with yourself means that you have accepted all those bad parts and you have worked on those parts to dissolve it. And that's the actual work that you actually need to do. Also, you crave for that friendship wala love, the love that you get from, true best friends and everything. But you have always felt that they do cheer you up in the front, they do admire your beauty, they do upload selfies, they do everything in the public to claim you as their best friend. But deep down you just feel that you actually don't resonate with them, you don't actually feel connected to them, because there is something within you that you feel disconnected towards. I hope I'm making sense over whatever I'm saying. Let me just explain it in a very simple way for this pipe. Um, so, what I'm trying to say is that I think you have always been struggling to find authentic people around you. You always feel ki first day they act something some other way, and the second day they are just like, uh, matlab, same thing, that how other people hurted you in the past, so they repeat the same mistakes. So you always feel like you're exhausted finding people whom you can call as your friends, someone whom you can rely on and all of that. I also feel this pile, when they are in love, when they are in any sort of connection, you have a lot to offer. I also feel this pile is very much capable of giving love, providing that warmth to someone who is in need. It comes to you very naturally. This pile is very capable of being very loyal, being friendly towards everyone, and all of that. But you also need to understand that when you are full of love, you are also going to attract people who actually don't know the value of love that you hold. So that is something that you need to learn over here. Let me pull out some more cards. I feel like pulling more cards for this pile. So so yeah, that's what I was saying, that identity crisis. You you feel like, uh, somewhere deep down you have uh, defined yourself with the kind of people you surround with, the kind of things that you do, because I'm seeing you always feel like that you should be identified by something, like your fame, or it could be some sort of position, it could be some sort of anything, it could be anything that's external. You want that external thing to define you. So that is something that you need to break. That's the pattern that you need to break over here. So let me pull out some cards to know the progress that you have made. I think I what I sense is 6 more months. 6 more months, give this time to understand, because these things, it cannot happen in a day. It does require a lot of time. So yeah, 10 of wands, we have ace of swords. So, and we have justice. Yeah, I feel that you're halfway there, pile 2. You're just halfway there. Now, I don't want to scare you that there will be another 6 months of roller coaster emotions and everything, but uh, take this reading as a warning, or just to prepare you mentally, that you will hit rock bottom once. Rock bottom in the sense you might feel defeated and everything. So that is just for you to come up more and more stronger than how you used to be, because uh, You might feel like giving up a lot of things, whatever, even things that you actually love doing and everything. But I'm also seeing that there is a comeback. There will be a comeback from your side. Maybe right now this is exactly what you're feeling. You feel defeated, you feel very exhausted, you feel like I want to give up mentally, something like that. But these battles that you need to fight is through your mind. You have to fight these battles by your mind. Mentally you have to fight with all these people. Oh, I just said people. I think many of you are dealing with very much people who are actually uh, they are not good for your mental health, something like that. And yeah, the moment you decide for yourself how to stay balanced, something that needs to be balanced in your life as well. Maybe you overdo things for people. Maybe you over Okay, there is a cat making noise. I hope you heard this. Take it as this. I think this pile is getting too many confirmation in this reading, if you observe. Yeah. So what I'm getting is you need to balance certain things in your life. The way you do things for people, and maybe you do very little for yourself. That shouldn't happen. And also, um, something about decision making. Maybe you feel like there is someone else who is entitled to make decisions for you in your life, but you're actually very very capable of taking your own decisions. You feel like you don't have much control over your life because you feel that disconnect within yourself. So people around you, they have lowered your confidence within yourself, that you actually don't have any power, you actually can't decide anything for yourself, something like that. But universe is going to prove you wrong in a very hard way. Yes, in a hard way. Because when you hit rock bottom, when you will have no one in your life, that time you're going to hold on to yourself, your hope, your intuition. And that's when you're going to come up with your decision that you make for yourself, and you're going to shine, you're going to win. Then you're going to win. So this pile, you portray that you're done with that heartbreak. You are just done with everything. You have moved on and everything. Yes, you show that to others, and they do believe, okay, maybe they have moved on from their exes and everything. But I'm seeing you still haven't processed a lot of emotions, a lot of things. uh, Also, some of you, I'm seeing you keep going back. You keep going back. Whatever fights you used to have, whatever arguments you used to have with your family and everything, you keep replaying that in your mind, and you're not completely over it. And even this thing is ending very soon. So you'll grow more and more immune to all those stuff that has happened. And that's when you can see some stability in your life. So yeah, that is what I can channel for pile 2. So I hope this reading resonates with you, and do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. So if you have chosen this beautiful raw rose quartz, this is going to be your pile. So for pile 3, let's check what patterns you need to break, something that you are repeating knowingly, unknowingly. For pile 3, what patterns they need to break. Pile 3. Okay. I think the energy is just all over the place. Mm, you feel that you messed up a lot of things. Pile 3. You do feel that you messed up a lot of connections, lot of things. You have some sort of regret. Okay, we have the justice. So somewhere you're somewhere you are failing to understand that how all those situations that didn't play out in your favor, how you showed up or acted in a certain way in certain situations, it has to do a lot with your own karma. And even though the situation has ended, even though a lot of things have ended in your life, you feel that you are not able to accept the fact that this has something that has to do with your own karma. So you're clearing out, you're closing a lot of major karmic cycles. So I'm seeing Saturn being prominent over here. You could be undergoing Saturn Madasha, Saturn Dasha, uh, something about Saturn that is showing up in your reading. So the thing is, you have to see that whatever happened in your past, uh, those scales, the karmic scales will be balanced. It will be balanced. And you fail to believe that. Something that happened to your family, something brutal might have happened to your family in the past, or something that happened to you. And you always feel like things were not fair. But that's the thing about nature. It will always try to balance things. If you feel there is something that's not fair enough, that will be balanced in some or the other way. Okay, so we have Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. um, for some of you, I'm seeing this could be only for a specific person also, or maybe some people who are already watching this. Your own mother or a female in your family was wronged. Like, I'm seeing a woman and her resources being snatched away, her money, her wealth being snatched away brutally. And they really put that woman in that poverty situation. So I feel it could be your mother. This could have happened with your mother, or maybe your mother's mother, your grandmother, or someone from your uh, bloodline. uh, this might have happened with them, and you feel like you need to compensate that. You always feel, what my mother couldn't do for me, let me do it for her. I think that's a very sweet gesture which I can see over here. But even though you have accepted that, you have made up your mind to do this, you're also having all those hate, aggression, pent up anger towards people who actually did her wrong. And carrying that emotion itself is kind of, uh, it's keeping you in denial. That, when you have all those emotions that you have, deep down everything is karma, everything will be balanced. I'm here to pay my karmic debts. My mother had her own way of closing out the cycles and everything. But somewhere you have taken that blame. You're holding that, your mom as accountable to all those stuff. Even though you love your mom, you want to pamper her and everything, but somewhere you have that one tiny feeling that everything is happening because of her, or everything is happening because of all those people who did her wrong. And always fail to understand that, um, whatever that you want to do to your mother, you have to take it up as like a very, it's not a shallow thing. So karma is not a shallow thing. It's not a shallow thing at all. You really have to be bit, um, what can I say, as if it's your job to do. So that's your job. Karma is nothing but something that you have to do. You cannot complain. So that's how our karmic debts are being assigned to us. So that's how we should take it up. I know it's very wrong that things happen this way, uh, but you need to accept this thing, that some karmic cycles that you have inherited, that you are here to pay, universe will make sure that you pay. And I'm definitely seeing rewards in the end. I'm definitely seeing rewards in the end. But I think this pile is more like just give me this amount of money and then I'll be happy. Then I won't complain. So, this sort of uh, mindset, what you all possess in this pile, I'm seeing. So that itself shows that somewhere you are denying that karma for yourself. Somewhere you haven't accepted it, even though you're working hard, you want to make money, even though you are doing everything to make her happy and everything, but deep down you haven't accepted that fact itself, and that itself shows that this these heavy emotions are something that you need to release. This itself is like a pattern. So, what else for pile? I think this pile is in a very good position. You have worked hard to reach a particular position that you have acquired in terms of finances and everything, but there is still this lack mindset I'm seeing towards money resources. You still see money as something that made your family miserable and all of that. Not denying that, yes, those people weren't good to um, to your mom or to that female which I mentioned. But also, you need to filter out uh, your mindset. You really need to filter out your mindset, because somewhere these have left a very huge impact on how you see money, how you see resources around you, how you see abundance and everything. So your idea of abundance is not something that you have built up, something you have experienced, but rather it seems like it's something that an external thing tried to imprint on you. So there is this disconnect within you when it comes to how you view your abundance, how you view your financial blessings. I'm also seeing you might have turned up a bit greedy towards money or materialistic things, that even you fail to notice it, but it's coming from all those patterns, generational, karmic cycles that you have inherited. So you have to see yourself very abundant in terms of everything, and also you need to nurture yourself as well. So yes, there is judgment card and there is Queen of Cups, something that has to do with your mother's side, something that has to do with your mother's side. I'm also seeing ancestors card and a card that represents mother. So I think even though this has happened with your mother, she doesn't blame things, and she is a very she is more like I'm okay, I'm calm, I have everything. She feels that abundance within herself, but somewhere you are in this energy to confront things for her and everything. But you know what message, a direct message that I'm channeling right now is that the moment you fully accept that yes, it was fair, it was my karmic cycle to end and it's okay, when you fully release all those emotions, that is the time when karma is going to hit everyone who wronged you and whoever this female in your life. That is definitely going to happen. So if you really want karma to come and make them pay everything, you just have to release all these heavy emotions, because that itself is creating a resistance over here. So that is what I'm getting. And I think your ancestors, you have a very con- uh, you're very much connected with your ancestors. You might be seeing them often in your dreams as well. So let's see what else for this pile. So Saturn, I think in your chart, Saturn is favoring you a lot, a lot. So we have Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords. So all these pain, everything that happened, it keeps you awake in the night. Maybe you are still in that loop of guilt. How did they do this to me? You keep questioning and everything. But I think so. This is what Saturn does. It will make you take the long road. It will make you take the longer road with full of obstacles and everything. And definitely there is victory. There is victory in the end. So that is what I'm seeing for this pile. Um, Also, something about your mom. Um, so the way you, I also feel she is very much worried about you as well. Like your future, your mom. She might be very emotional kind of person. She expresses her emotions too much, and you have a very uh, there are people who are not able to connect or understand their mother's emotions. I think this pile is very much connected with their mom. Like, your mom is really a good person. She is really a good person. And yeah, I feel very good talking about her. So yes, and you need to have a lot of patience as well. Something about your health is also showing up here, pile 3. So do take care of your health and try to eat some good food, healthy food. You have to be very very careful with your health. Also, you have to be very patient with your health. If you're recovering from something, you will be fine, but you have to give it a lot of time and energy, attention to your body and everything. So try to detoxify your body. Maybe this pile eats a lot of junk as well. That is what I'm seeing. So yeah, that's all for pile 3. I hope this reading resonates with you, and thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments how it resonates.